DEI is, by its very nature, an affront to the principles and ideals that define our great nation and a rejection of the progress our predecessors made in ensuring civil rights protections for all Americans. DEI represents a conscious effort to specifically judge people by the color of their skin and other immutable characteristics. Not only is this an utterly disgusting and racist ideology, but it is also a clear violation of the Constitution and federal law.
UCLA Medical School and the University of San Francisco School of Medicine require students to take classes indoctrinating them in settler, colonialist, anti-oppression nonsense. These classes are filled with propaganda. They're focused on topics that have nothing to do with medical science because they seek to make medical students not into competent doctors, but into far-left activists.
You said, quote, the vast majority of pregnancies are in women, end quote. Who has the other pregnancies? Who are the other people who are pregnant in your kooky worldview? You said the vast majority of pregnancies are in women. Who are the other pregnancies in?
A transgender person.
Has a non-biological woman ever had a baby?
A transgender person can.
That's not a biological woman. Has a non-biological woman ever had a baby?
I would reiterate, we take care.
It's ridiculous.
That was Republican Congressman Brandon Gill and Tim Walberg, Randy Fine, and Mary Miller at the House hearings yesterday on DEI in medical schools and DEI in American institutions. And then that was the chancellor of UC San Francisco. He cannot simply say men cannot have babies. He cannot simply say that only women could get pregnant. That chancellor, he's a doctor. Joining us now from Florida, Congressman Randy Fine. Congressman, we watched it. You were at the hearing. You grilled him. Democrats keep saying follow the science. How come this guy simply can't say? Why can't he not say that men can't get pregnant? That's a biological fact. Because Americans out there really worry this ideology is being pushed on medical students.
Yeah, it's because they're so committed to this woke ideology, they can't say the truth. But what was extraordinary in the testimony is even he didn't want to admit to it. He didn't want to say a transgender man could get pregnant. He stumbled around, frankly, like a fool. And when a doctor who's running a medical school can't tell basic biology, we have real problems in this country. Would you really want to be treated by a doctor who went to that medical school? I know I wouldn't.
Yeah, so why are they prioritizing politics over medicine and turning doctors into activists, pushing radicalism? Brandon Gill says that DEI is Marxist ideology that seeks to undo, efforts by civil rights leaders like Martin Luther King to judge people by their character, not the color of their skin. He says this is utterly disgusting ideology. Why are they creating doctors into activists?
And Brandon's right. I think it's because they hate America, they hate our values. But it's more than just ideology. They've overseen the grand-scale mutilation of our children, which will go down as the greatest act of child abuse in American history. They wouldn't even say that cutting the body parts off of 14-year-old girls is an abomination. It was really disgusting and disheartening yesterday.
So now they're being rebranded as offices of community and belonging. Now DEI offices are being rebranded as community and belonging offices. Your reaction to that?
Look, you can call it whatever you want, but it is still evil. And engaging in racism, hurting our children, turning doctors from people who are healing into people who are hurting should be disgusting to every American. And by the way, this is happening at lots of medical schools around the United States, as we showed yesterday. Americans need to demand better.
Got it. Congressman Fine, thanks for being with us. It's good to see you. Thank you so much.